Hello, my name is Andrea Lillo with Designers Today, and I'm delighted to have Jeffrey Allen Marks with us, who's going to talk about what he's been up to because he's been very busy. So Jeffrey, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi there. How are you?
Good, good. And now will eventually be heading to Las Vegas to launch your next collection
Yes. In
Palecek.
a couple weeks, you'll see my collection. I think it's almost over 50 new pieces of furniture, accessories. There's a lot of trays. There's a lot of there's some canisters. There's some decorative objects. There's some planters. So you'll see an array of things coming out.
And what's this collection's theme? Did you do something different with it this time than your previous collection's palette check?
Definitely, I would say we looked at the whole overall collection of what I've designed the last 10 years with them and seeing what was selling, seeing what people were attracted to. And, there's still some of the favorites that were there in my first collection. So we really looked at holes in the collection and how these accessories especially would coordinate with what I've already done in a more cohesive way. I think that I definitely have gone a little more contemporary than where I started 10 years ago. A little cleaner lines, a little softer lines. I would say more for today's market, a little bit more contemporary.
Yeah. What about materials? Are you doing anything with different materials?
We did a lot of things with wrapped leathers. We did some natural wovens, which we've done before. We extended on a rope collection, which I had done for them, which was very successful. I think the bed was the number one thing I really was trying to push Andrew maybe 6 or 7 years ago to do beds. And they didn't really feel comfortable doing it. So my bed was the first, and I think their bedding collection is number one now. So I'm excited to see the evolution of how this collection changes Palecek. I think since Andrew started Palecek, and it sort of took over the business a little bit with his design directive, I think that, a lot of things have changed. Styles have changed, but I think he's at the forefront of the market of what people want and what people are looking for.
Mm-hmm. And that's not the only collection you recently came out with. You have a new bedding collection with WestPoint Home. Can you tell us a little bit about that? That's very exciting.
It's 5 sets of bedding. Yes, we're very excited about it. I think there was a lot of design time that went into this. I think it took us a year and a half from start to finish. I think that, it's definitely ocean inspired. It's very watery. I think I got the directive again that they wanted my house. They wanted what I would use in my own house. So when it came to photographing, we brought it back to my house, which was sort of a nice, homier. It's so much more easier and so much more textural than a studio would be. It's so hard to, shoot beds in a studio. I've worked in those studios in New York that, it's hard to make it cozy. It's hard to not know that it's just a set.
Right.
So it was fun to do it in my own house.
And what's the types of weaves you use for that? Do you have like a sateen or what types of bedding do you use?
They're all cotton. There's a natural linen, but it's mainly cottons and linens. It's very relaxed, very, I would say, beach inspired, but also I think would work just as well in a city apartment. Yeah, so I think there's a little bit, I don't think you necessarily have to be beachy to love the bedding. I think there's, I think it leans a little more masculine, which is kind of what I wanted. I didn't want, I think that there's a lot of sheets out there for the ladies. These are definitely for the gentlemen. So I think that's kind of a fun twist that you don't really see much of. We started with a camo that was supposed to be this dark camo, and it ended up to be entirely different than where it evolved, where it started. Yeah, there's some lavenders in there, greens, grays. I think the gray market is still just as big as it was. And I think it will be for the next couple of years. So, and I think with COVID, everybody wants new sheets. So I can't imagine why it wouldn't do very well. So you'll see in my Palecek collection, you'll see through lines into my bedding collection, same colors, same fabric, same wavy kind of feeling that you see in my lighting and everything about it. So it all mixes together quite well. I have a website that, you know, people kept asking me where to go for my things. I have a website we started called Jam Approved. And these are just things that I've designed, whether it be outdoor furniture, baskets, bedding, lighting, whatever it might be that you can find. And it all seems to work together.
Well, thank you so much for today. And to everyone watching, thank you so much for joining us at Designers Today.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.